What if I told you that the world's most notorious criminal organizations are no longer stashing dirty money in offshore banks or laundering it through casinos and restaurants? What if right now they're quietly moving millions, maybe billions, through something you probably use or hear about every day? Yes, we're talking about cryptocurrency. While you're busy buying your first Bitcoin or reading about Dogecoin on Reddit, somewhere in the shadows, digital wallets are being used to move illicit money across borders, instantly, anonymously, and untraceably. But here's the real shocker. There are growing whispers that the Mafia, the same old-school organized crime families that once controlled the streets, have gone high-tech. They may have ditched briefcases of cash for encrypted keys and blockchain networks. And they're doing it all while staying one step ahead of law enforcement. So how exactly are they doing it? How are syndicates that once ruled with fear adapting to this new digital Wild West? And is your favorite crypto coin secretly being used to fund some of the darkest operations in the underworld? In this video, we're diving deep into the heart of digital crime. We'll uncover how the Mafia might be exploiting cryptocurrency to clean their dirty money. From streets to screens, the digital evolution of the Mafia. Once upon a time, the Mafia operated in alleys, bars, and basements. Their laundering methods? Classic. Cash-heavy businesses like restaurants, strip clubs, and casinos. But the 21st century brought something they didn't expect: the blockchain. Cryptocurrency offered something that every criminal dreams of: pseudonymity, decentralization, and global reach. No middlemen, no oversight. Just codes, wallets, and irreversible transactions. Organized crime had no choice but to evolve. And they did, fast. By the time governments started regulating Bitcoin, whispers were already circulating in dark web chat rooms. The Mafia's here, and they've gone digital. The dark web, where crypto meets crime. Imagine a marketplace where you can buy anything: drugs, fake passports, even hitmen. Now imagine paying with a currency no one can trace. That's the dark web in a nutshell. And it's the Mafia's new playground. Websites like Silk Road, Alphabay, and Hydra became virtual shopping malls for criminal syndicates. These platforms used cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Monero as the only accepted payment. Why Monero? Unlike Bitcoin, which leaves a public trace, Monero is fully private. Transactions are invisible, making it ideal for laundering dirty money. No bank teller, no questions, just one anonymous transaction after another. Mixing and tumbling, cleaning dirty coins. Let's say the Mafia just made $10 million in dirty money. What next? Enter crypto mixers and tumblers. These services scramble coins with thousands of other transactions to break the trail. Imagine dropping a blood-stained dollar bill into a washing machine with thousands of clean ones, and pulling out a new one that looks brand new. That's what mixers do, digitally. Services like Wasabi Wallet or Chip Mixer are not illegal per se, but in the wrong hands, they're perfect laundering tools. Here's the catch. Even governments and law enforcement agencies are having a hard time cracking down on these, because mixers don't store data. Once the coins are tumbled, they're clean and ready to be reinvested or spent. Shell companies on the blockchain laundering through crypto doesn't stop at mixers. The Mafia is allegedly setting up fake startups and shell blockchain projects to funnel money through. Here's how it works. They create a fake crypto company, list a worthless token, and run an ICO, initial coin offering. Investors might even pour in money, unaware it's a front. But the real money? It's coming from the Mafia, routed through multiple wallets and pumped into the fake project. Once it's all invested, the developers vanish, and so does the trail. The FBI has already identified several crypto projects as potential fronts. And yes, they've made arrests, but for every one takedown, 3 more pop up. Cross-border laundering via crypto exchanges. Think it's easy to trace laundered money? Not when it jumps borders every 5 seconds. Here's what happens. Mafia operatives move crypto through a network of global exchanges, some based in countries with weak regulations. A Bitcoin wallet in Italy sends funds to an exchange in the Philippines, which converts it to Monero, then Ethereum, then back to fiat currency in Dubai or Russia. This constant cross-chain movement and currency conversion makes tracing nearly impossible. Some exchanges don't even require ID for small transactions, a loophole that criminals abuse on a massive scale. No one even knows who's behind the trade. It's the perfect maze. NFTs, the art of laundering. You've heard the stories, people selling pixelated monkeys for millions, but beneath the hype, something darker lurks. NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, can be used to create fake value. A Mafia member mints an NFT, then sells it to an accomplice for $500,000 in crypto. The money's clean now, because technically it's a payment for art. The blockchain records the transaction. Everything seems legit. But no one questions the artwork's value. And just like that, $500,000 in dirty money is laundered through a cartoon JPG. Authorities are catching on, but it's a game of whack-a-mole. Every crackdown is followed by a smarter, stealthier operation. Real-world cases and suspicious patterns. Let's get real. This isn't just theory. It's already happening. In 2019, Italian authorities uncovered a crypto laundering operation linked to the 'Ndrangheta, one of the most powerful mafia clans. They were using Bitcoin ATMs, online gambling sites, and international wallets to move millions of euros undetected. In 2022, the FBI busted a darknet drug ring laundering funds through Ethereum and converting them via mixers. One of the wallets they tracked had over $8 million passed through in less than a month. Interpol has warned that cryptocurrency is now the #1 tool for organized crime in cross-border money movement. The patterns are clear: fragmented transactions, timed coin flips, use of privacy coins like Zcash and Monero, and sudden wallet deactivations. These are not amateur mistakes. This is strategic, organized, and almost impossible to stop. Why it's so hard to catch them? You might be wondering, if we can track every crypto transaction, why can't we stop this? Here's the hard truth. Blockchain isn't broken, it's too transparent. That's why criminals use layers of deception: mixers, privacy coins, VPNs, fake IDs, and encrypted messaging apps. Plus, many countries don't even have regulations for crypto crimes. Law enforcement can't act unless there's a crime in their jurisdiction, and most of these crimes exist in limbo between servers and satellites. Add to that a lack of resources, outdated digital forensics, and legal red tape, and what do you get? A perfect storm. Crypto gambling platforms. A legal laundromat? Here's a trick hiding in plain sight. Crypto-based online casinos. These platforms operate with minimal oversight, and some don't even require user verification. A Mafia associate can deposit dirty crypto, play a few hands of virtual poker, and then cash out clean winnings. Since gambling naturally involves fluctuating amounts, it's easy to disguise suspiciously large sums as just a lucky streak. Some of these platforms are even decentralized, meaning they aren't run by a single entity, making it nearly impossible to shut them down. And if authorities question the source of funds, the answer is simple: I won big. That's it. No more questions asked. With flashy UIs and promises of fast payouts, these casinos are becoming digital washing machines for illicit funds. And law enforcement? Still catching up to the loopholes. Fake donations and charity coins. Want to know one of the most unsuspecting fronts for laundering? Fake charity coins. The Mafia creates or partners with a so-called philanthropic crypto project, something with a touching mission, like helping children, animals, or disaster relief. Investors pour money into it thinking they're doing good. But in the background, the coin is simply a repackaged laundering tool. Even better? Donations made in crypto are often anonymous. So criminals can donate to their own fake organization, run it through multiple wallets, and claim the funds as legitimate charity income. No one's going to question a cause that claims to be saving lives, right? Several watchdog groups have already flagged dozens of suspicious charity tokens. But without formal regulation or accountability, fake generosity has become the perfect disguise for digital deception. The Mafia has cracked the code. While we're busy arguing about whether crypto is the future of finance, they've made it the present tool for laundering billions. So is the Mafia really laundering millions through crypto? The evidence is mounting, the patterns are impossible to ignore, and the technology, well, it's the perfect accomplice. Cryptocurrency wasn't created for crime, but in the hands of the wrong people, it has become a digital smokescreen for some of the world's most dangerous players. From encrypted wallets to faceless transactions, fake ICOs to overpriced NFTs, the tools are all there, and the line between innovation and exploitation is thinner than ever. And maybe that's the scariest part. This isn't the future, it's already happening. The Mafia is no longer just a shadow on the street, it's a ghost in the blockchain. As law enforcement races to catch up, one thing is certain, the war on crime has entered a new era, an era of codes, keys, and crypto. And the next time you see a wallet ID or $1 million NFT, ask yourself, is this just another digital transaction? Or is it a part of something much darker? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more chilling truths and deep dives into the dark side of our digital world.